Okay, yeah. So anyways, they had the army recruits coming to our school, and I was like, you know what? I've been doing weight training. I'm strong enough. I used to work at an overnight camp for the Boys and Girls Club called Camp Kiwanis. And I was like, you know what? I've been away from home. I know what it is to camp outside and build tents and build forts. Maybe the army's right for me. So I took a break from applying to schools, and I didn't really start back till like January. And I was like, you know what? Let me just, maybe I could do the army later. Let me try to apply to some more schools. So I applied to no, actually I applied to Stillman University the same time I applied to Clark, and I got accepted there. I got a scholarship there. I didn't really know much about Stillman, and I haven't heard anybody talk about Stillman, so I was just like, what is Stillman? So then my friends were looking for schools, and I was suggesting Georgia Gwinnett to them. I don't know how it even came up because I don't know. I was just suggesting Georgia Gwinnett to them because it was cheap. They were looking for something cheap and in the area, and a school that didn't require much. And I was like, Georgia Gwinnett, it's cool. So then I was still applying to other schools, and I got denied to Kennesaw, and other schools, like the application fees, they just started becoming too much. And then I got accepted. No, I got denied in the middle of the summer. I still didn't know where I was gonna go. I was gonna go to West Georgia, but then I was 1.2 low in the math, and they wouldn't accept my compass test, and I would have to do a summer bridge program. But it was too late for that. It was already like um, late June or whatever. So I was like, let me apply to Georgia Gwinnett. I applied to Georgia Gwinnett, so then it ended up being late July, and I needed to take a compass test for them, and I didn't do it. So I went to Georgia Perimeter. I took the compass test there, and I was like, hey, maybe I can go to Georgia Perimeter, and it's cheaper. But then I guess this happened for a reason. Like my mom and I guess like being under one roof for the whole summer, like we started clashing. And don't get me wrong, I love my mom, but we have our moments. So I was like, you know what? Georgia Perimeter is not an option. Like, yes, it's cheaper, but I need to get away from home. So I was like, you know what? I've been telling everybody to go to Georgia Gwinnett. I'm going to take the compass test scores that I did at Georgia Perimeter, and I'm going to bring it to Georgia Gwinnett. I drove up to Georgia Gwinnett on the last day they were accepting all the files that need to be put in, and I brought it. And the lady said it may be too late, but I just prayed about it, and voila, I got in, and it's probably the best decision I ever made in my life.